Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm Amabel.
and welcome back to the Blueprints, where we are now at 7 of 8 Sanctum Keys, with the last one only being something we have like a vague guess as to the location of. But I do think that we have some stuff that suggests that the guess is correct, right? Why do they have so many
Yeah.
things that allow you to mess with the rarity of the gear rooms? Kind of makes sense, right? It kind of
Makes
seems to
sense.
lead toward the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we looking for here? Kind of the tomb was the only thing that's really interesting still, I think. And in the
Like the
absence
tool
of the
shed,
tomb,
then?
the tool shed. Just get some stuff going. Okay. Battery pack wrench is maybe like the least exciting least exciting tool shed that
Well,
it is
we
possible
need
to get.
we need battery pack compass to get the special compass that makes the
Yeah, to makes it more likely to draw the gear rooms. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Doing it. Whoa. Hey, it's a workshop.
I wonder.
I like this thing where the workshop appears 100% of the time.
Hammer's not terrible.
Hammer's not terrible. If chests
Not
actually
what
show
we
up,
want.
opening chests is like actually quite high value. If chests actually show up, the hammer's great. Ooh, do we take a utility closet so that we have created the
Yes.
dead end? I mean, like, I love an early commissary, but I don't want to crank a standard room down, a dead end room down to commonplace, do I?
No, probably not.
I mean, and it won't matter because we're going to do it this time. This is going to be the run.
Yeah. This is. Welcome to the final episode.
Welcome to the
of our
final
Blueprint series.
fucking episode of this fucking series. I'm gonna turn this off. The security room's common.
Right.
We don't. The security room's common, and the key card is not. So. Look at that. Look at how
Okay.
common it is. Look how fucking common it is, Amabel.
Have we just drawn 3 gear rooms in a row? Is that what's happened? Is this the run?
Amabel, I just said it was the run. You're not even listening. Oh my god.
Here's the problem, sweetheart.
What? What is the problem? Tell me.
So to become better at this job, you've
Yeah.
had me watching. I assume this is why you've had me watching other people play video games, and what I notice is they say the same fucking thing 6 times.
Yeah, they love it.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay, I see. Lots of turned off security doors everywhere, and then we exit. No shit, I just meant to return to security menu. Then we're gonna start an experiment from the thing. Log into the network. Press all the buttons. Watch it. Shit. Fuck.
You know what would be great
What?
is if you put in the password wrong. Put in the password wrong, they lock you out for the day.
You know what'd be great is if you put the password wrong, Simon swears out loud in like a thick, deep Cockney accent. Oh, well, what's a good British curse word for when you put your password in wrong?
Oh gosh.
Give me some cool British slang. It's gonna sound legitimate. We should probably get the rest of the letters delivered to the mailroom, right? As much as set your dice to 2 is useful in trying out this mechanarium thing, I think that this is something that's probably worth doing.
Okay. How about, oi, what's all this then? Is that
I don't think that's like a curse. So each time you unlock or bypass a security door, or each fireplace that you draft.
fireplace?
Okay, how many fireplace rooms are there? I know there's a few.
There's a handful, yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
one
We'll
of them's the den, so we
And one of
we'll
them's the
get-
den, so we'll get at least one.
My favorite Britishism to use
Yeah.
is when someone's irritating me to tell them to get on their bike.
On your bike. Yeah.
On your bike.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
That is a good one. I'm taking this boudoir because it contains a gem.
Okay, can you, after you
I mean,
get
I can do
the
anything,
thing from the
really.
safe?
Yeah.
All right, I want you to look at the ballerina.
Okay. Your theory that the wind-up key might have more uses.
Yeah, is there like a wind-up key thing on here at all?
Not
Does not look
obviously,
like.
no.
Okay. Okay, because you would wind that up to make it go.
And this thing's just going. This thing has been playing dead silence the entire time we've been playing the game for months now. We don't have a shovel yet, but we're not so unlikely to draw a shovel. Also, the spare green room's always just kind of good. Getting some green rooms down. Yeah, you know what? That green room contains a shovel.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Let me tell you,
Yeah, tell me. Let me know.
I'm
baby.
excited to see if anything happens at midnight on this day.
We're not gonna be around, so.
Okay, so we're not going to test that theory. I see how it is.
Test what theory? The theory that it would be fun to stand here for 7 real-life hours?
Is that how long it takes to do the hour?
No, it wouldn't be. It would be 7 hours. But what do you like? What theory? What are you expecting?
I don't know.
I guess we got to place the lab. We're trying to get all the things down.
It's December 31st.
It is December 31st. This is correct.
New Year.
Canonically.
What, there are fireworks?
What if there are fireworks? Amabel,
Don't draft the kennel then. I don't want to scare the dogs.
Amabel, literally, what if there are fireworks? Where are you going? Where is this going? What are you thinking?
I guess walk-in closet.
Yeah, I don't really want to take the archives.
I don't know. I just wanted to see if there was something. Okay, you can just be mean and dismissive. That works. There's a sleepy mask on the cushion behind you.
How is that? Where was I mean or dismissive?
I don't know. It seems the kind of thing they would like. Why would the? I feel like the New Year would be a thing that would matter.
Why?
Because dates matter in this thing, and I don't know. It just
Nothing special happened on Christmas.
well. No, that's right. You're
Yeah, right.
Okay. But to say, well, how do we know that they're Christian? But they have a freaking bishops and.
Yeah, they have a whole
Miracle.
Christian church system. I guess we could take the storeroom here because we already have access to the one place the passageway turns us.
Okay. Get another dead end out of the way.
Yeah.
And we get to see our friend, the swim bird.
What a dare bird is he? What a hero. Okay, so we are all dead ends now, and we don't have a key card. So we really we need the entrance hall not to fuck us.
Well, we don't have a key card, but all the key card doors are unlocked.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true. We haven't tested whether that actually works at the foundation or not, because it might mean that the button doesn't work, right?
Ooh,
That's what
yeah.
I'm thinking. I don't think
gotcha.
it's terrible to take the gymnasium here, really.
Okay.
We got lots of steps. We so rarely have a problem. Oh, I turned off the lights.
Sick.
So the problem, what we've learned is the problem here is that Simon can't help but stop and play a little basketball, but he would
Oh, that makes
never play basketball in the dark. That's unsavory. That's criminal behavior. Patio's not bad. It's a bit of a weak gem spread, but it generally at least pays back the gem you put in immediately. And then you get a few old coins. And then you get a few old coins.
Yeah.
Guess the East
Right?
Wing Hall.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm actually here. How about this? How about this news flash? The East Wing Hall won't be available in most of our drafts, so pulling it isn't really taking a card out of the deck from the perspective of most positions. So I'm going to take the conference room so that we are lowering the number of non-gear cards that are in the deck from the perspective of all positions. What do you think, Amabel? Is that genius?
I mean, it works.
Is that got game or way lame?
It is got game.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
It's a gotcha game.
We probably want to save the reading nook until a position where we're actually going to draw the library off of it. Kitchen versus bedroom.
Bedroom gives us a couple steps. We have the sleeping mask. It might have an item.
Oh, we do have the sleeping mask. That's true. And the bedroom does, semi-frequently have an item in it. Let's just go this way for the moment. Okay, that's cool. I'll take an ivory die. Why they gotta be ivory? Why can't they be made from human bone? You know?
Yeah, ivory's a choice.
Well, it's just sort of reinforcing the, like, British nobility-ness of the game, which apparently is a thing that the person who made this is pretty into. There's a thing I will never understand is how British people are not. And I know, like, listen, let me just fucking head this off at the pass. I know I'm American, all right? I understand that we have plenty to be, let's go past embarrassed all the way to mortified about.
Deeply ashamed of, yeah.
Yeah. But I will never understand how British people are not embarrassed that they still have royalty. Like, they don't act like it's as big of a deal as I think they should. I really think they should be working as a country on fixing that problem in kind of an immediate way. Anyway.
And something I was enjoying was the idea that like our main character's mother was like involved in some kind of revolutionary activity.
Yeah.
But it does appear to be just to
restore what she feels is the rightful line.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Which is, yeah. I think you can kind of hear me like really souring on the game somewhere around that.
This is actually a huge problem with a lot of video games, I find, is that if you looked at them in a story way, a lot of them are about like restoring some kind of pre-lapsarian, pre-bad times order.
Yeah, video games are obsessed with the idea that there is a better past. Getting cool technology is almost never about figuring things out in the here and now. It's about the precursor technology, and yeah, it's bad.
Even Super Mario Brothers. It's 0415, right?
Yeah, it's 0415.
Even Super Mario Brothers, boy, it's not about overthrowing this turtle regime. It's about restoring the fucking mushroom regime, and that's I don't know. I think that's garbage.
Okay. All right, I'll accept it.
I know it's silly with Super Mario Brothers to be on about it, but it just.
Well, yeah, it's like the key thing there is that like you're told there's a monarchy and it doesn't make any kind of goddamn sense, and like I think to be clear, I want to be clear that I think you're right, but I also think that it's an example that almost self-undercutting because of how silly it is.
Yeah, you know what I wish there was. Are we rolling here? Yeah,
I think so.
I wish that there was a Mario game where Princess Peach had like a mushroom vizier who's kind of like a scheming. I want a scheming vizier, a worm tongue in the Mushroom Kingdom. That would delight me. It'd be really low stake shit too. It'd be like really like just like really gentle mischief.
Okay, we did it. We have run out the drafting studio as far as we're aware. And that's one component of one trophy, although there are still some room blueprints that we do not have access to. Okay, I think a throne room's real good here, actually.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's a really late hallway. Not a great passageway, but not a bad passageway,
It's
certainly.
better than the alternatives for sure.
Yeah, I think I definitely don't want to put down the corridor here. So this might be secret garden time.
Yeah.
Or do I want to hope for a room that tilts left and then secret garden here? Because the secret garden is a triple door room. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna be greedy.
Okay.
And get punished. Yeah. What a stupid asshole. This commissary is gonna get us like potentially some keys or gems, maybe an item, but unlikely to be. We've never seen the compass for sale in the commissary, right?
We haven't?
I don't think so. Have we? Am I wrong?
Okay.
I might be
I
wrong.
don't remember. You want to take the closet then?
Well, now that you put doubt in my mind, I'm wondering if the commissary, because like if we get 4 draws against the item table instead of 2.
I think go closet. Save the commissary for maybe if we can get something that was actually a useful door. I mean, die's not terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and the running shoes are. I mean, the running shoes are extremely whatever.
Chapel or redraw, I would say.
Chapel to avoid wasting a redraw is what I'm gonna do, because we super don't care about the coin.
All right, do you want to see your garden over here then?
I do believe that is the case. Yeah.
And this list is open. 2 of the doors. The antechamber.
It does. It does at that. Although, do we?
Well, if we can get the back door open and get the crown, because the thing with the throne room, it says reclaim the crown. It has a little crown symbol in there.
Oh, it does.
So I feel like bringing a crown to that room is of import.
It's interesting that the picture is of the paper crown from the exhibit.
I mean, it might be we need that. I don't know. But,
yeah, I didn't really clock that. I wasn't really thinking about it. That's a really interesting point, Amabel.
Thank you. I have my moments.
I don't remember which direction we point the thing in. Excuse me while I very slowly rotate all of these.
Yeah. Blueprints. So how soured are you on this game, do you feel like?
Very?
We're still playing it.
Yeah. You keep saying let's play Blueprints.
Oh, it's on me. Okay.
I mean,
Okay. No, that's fair. Are you still finding the mystery, the stuff that's not
oh, we
the
don't have a kennel. That's
gameplay?
right. Yeah, like yes, I do still think there's some interesting stuff potentially. I guess let's take the classroom because drafting off the side of the classroom looking for gear rooms, like we'll get a bunch of free rerolls
Yeah.
because classroom. Also, there is an apple.
Apple.
Sometimes a hall pass. Not today. All right. Redraw. Redraw. Never seen a dormitory before.
Let's keep redrawing.
Redraw.
Let's get that mechanical room.
Redraw. Redraw.
Roll the die. Do it. We're trying to do something. Let's go for it. Because we have how many more rooms are we looking for?
We haven't even drawn the pool yet, which we do have to do. We have enough money to buy stuff from the showroom, maybe. An emerald bracelet, which makes gems irrelevant. An ornate compass, which lets you rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. A chronograph, which lets you rewind time after drawing new floor plans. Makes you more likely to draw rooms that aren't the kind of rooms we want. I don't know. Is it save up a little bit and come back for an emerald bracelet, or
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
the ornate compass is also very useful. I'm taking this.
Yeah,
I have violated your advice. Take that.
Okay, that's fine. I think it's hot when you do that. Problematic, I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna go through here. That's kind of weird, I guess, but like it's here.
Did we turn off the dark room?
It doesn't work like that. You have to come in and let the power blow and then flip it.
Oh. That's a long...
Experiment successful.
Hey, that's a torch.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't afford it right now.
So mace and a lighting implement, and we don't have any money. And I have a sledgehammer already. Yeah. Okay, so what are we looking at here? The chapel, the hallway, the throne room. Like, we still have lots of doors left. Although we don't know, in terms of what's locked, we don't know which ones are locked. I don't want to take the doorway off the throne room. Because we can enter that room from a different side and get the drafting studio bonus. Oh, but I still do that from the hallway. What if I spent a bunch of steps? Okay.
That does seem to be your kind of deal.
Right? Well, Amabel.
I think that's the run. Right?
No, there's a door off the boiler room still.
One off the armory too, actually.
Oh, that's true. I didn't go through there. It's good. That one's gonna be locked though. I'd put money on it.
Yeah.
It's real.
Doesn't make sense to get the locksmith, does it? Can't afford any keys right now.
Yeah, I can't afford any keys. The Great Hall is like theoretically good in a world where we get a bunch of keys. I'm gonna put the Great Hall down.
Okay.
I think it's slightly more likely to yield a long-term success. And then we're gonna go to the boiler room. And we'll try some stuff. Boiler room's through here. All right. I forgot about the secret garden. Simon's just gonna like chipmunk cheek a couple of oranges and then da-duns.
If you rotate.
Yeah. So if we rotate the pantry, there's a chance we get some money, and then there's a chance that there's a key in the next room.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Let's hope. Well, have we ever seen a door in the? Have we ever seen a key in the kennel? There's at least stuff to dig in the kennel. There could be a key in the dirt. There's pretty much guaranteed to be dirt in the kennel. Hello.
Look at his. Look at the way he does with his eyes when you bet his head. That's pretty good.
Hello, small dog. We love you.
That is not a key.
It's not, and it doesn't unlock this, does it? No, because this is that key. That door is within another room. Because the kennel is not nearly as helpful as it suggests that it's going to be.
It's weird having a door where you need a key for both sides of it.
Yes, I agree with you.
That's
so I'm gonna run all the way to the armory, I guess. There's a small chance. Is there any dirt in the bottom of this room? Doesn't look like it.
not today.
Any dirt pile we've missed is potentially a key.
Now there is a chance this is still our last episode of Blueprints. If you're like, I'm so tired.
We patioed after we had the shovel, right? I dug the patio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to see without spending feet. Not that it matters. We have plenty of steps. We're gonna be fine on steps, I think. I mean, I do find it legitimately frustrating how much we have. Like, oh, wait a second. If we have the throne room, that door should be open. I just didn't.
Can do this.
I just didn't open it before because who cares? Was what I was thinking. But you're making good points over here, Amabel. You're very sober and cogent. We try this door? We did. Just prepared for that one to ask me for a key as well. So what does this item do again? The first time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from today's pool entirely. If you do, gain a gem and do some
former
rituals.
ruby crown of Arinda Ares, and that's the throne room of Arinda Ares. So that crown does belong in that throne room.
Okay.
Whether it does anything or not is another question. But in the
Yeah, I'm with you. Did our experiment trigger when we came in here? Oh, we didn't draft this room. We are in a room with a fireplace, but we did not draft a room. It could be the basement. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we kind of knew it was going to be locked, but
yeah.
please let me wield the power of man's red flower. All right. Well, then I guess we're done.
Throne room. We're taking the crown to
We're
the
taking
throne
the
room.
crown to the throne room. Good Lord, Amabel.
Do not call it a day yet. Good.
Good Lord, my brain. Do you hear it? Can you hear the thing that's...
I love you. I love your brain.
The proteins. They're worthless. My whole fucking... Ugh. All right.
Be a little bit nicer to yourself. It's just not.
Sit on the throne. Declare myself queen. You know what? If Simon had the wherewithal to declare himself queen, I would turn around on this game in a fucking second.
I mean, let's be real honest here. Swimbird, it does have like a trans narrative, right? So.
Yeah. All right. Am I calling it a day?
I mean, yeah, that's every.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
All right. And we're doing another one because it was only 30 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, Happy New Year.
That's fine.
January 1st.
You said that in a way that came across very much like my my grandma Liz. Like, all right, whatever, that's fine. She from the moment I first met her until the moment she died, I don't believe I ever saw her without a cigarette, at least one cigarette, sometimes two.
Yeah, no, I know my grandpa was the same way.
And she was never interested in having a conversation with anyone in my family. I don't understand what it was that got her and my grandpa together. They never seemed to talk about anything. My grandpa also not a big conversationalist. I guess maybe that's what it was. But she was just, if you were talking to her, she was just interested in getting to the other side of that conversation as fast as possible. You hear a lot of, okay, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I don't think you've ever told me about that person before, so that was like a whole new.
That was my grandfather's second wife. Schoolhouse. This gives us another thing to try to do. There is nothing in the schoolhouse. Amabel, we're going to have so many redraws today. It's going to be crazy.
I'm sure we'll feel like we had the opportunity to use them wisely, and we won't be irritated at all.
Yep. That's blueprints. That's the blueprints challenge. Challenge promise. That's the blueprints promise. Ooh, what do you think?
You're taking that. I know you. I know the secrets of your heart.
The thing is, we're going to need a lot of gems today.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Dan.
Any of those other rooms are free to reapply. They make fine corner rooms. Although so does the conservatory. Or the dormitory.
We've never dormitoried before.
We've never dormitoried before. Each time you enter the dormitory after drafting a room that is one of those school rooms, gain 10 steps. I wonder how this works.
Only one way to find out.
Like, do they build up? If you draft 2 such rooms and then come in, do you gain 20? we're gonna let's place it and find out, and also just have a look inside. Drafting Strategy Volume 2, the March issue. The categorization of floor plan subtypes. As architects, we know that designing a building is a complex and multifaceted process. From the layout, details, blah, 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 blah. Architectural symbols that can be used to further classify and differentiate. By understanding and identifying subtypes, architects can craft strategies that surpass the surface-level simplistic approaches commonly used by inexperienced drafters. This world doesn't make any, diegetically, this world doesn't make any sense. And they've created this very weird idea that this is the kind of thing that exists elsewhere in the world, and then they've done nothing with it.
Yeah,
it's a strange thing that is ripe for exploration in both a fantastical and horrifying directions, and they're just not interested in either of those things even a little bit.
And also, the way they've continually framed the house we're in is that it's so weird that it's like this.
I don't think that's true. I think it's been there's that note that's Kimberly talking about how she's never worked in a place like this before, but nobody else talks about the house like it's weird at all.
There were a couple other times I think when they did, and
I disagree.
I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're full of hot air. All right, drafting rooms are floor plans that affect the draft pool or the drafting process. As such, they are spaces that are often designed for activities related to academic pursuits and research. Some of their common features include floor plan redrawing, draft pool manipulation, and rarity adjustments. As students of the art of drafting, aspiring architects can benefit greatly from the knowledge, experience, and learning opportunities these rooms offer. Academia isn't only found in the mountains of Korarica. Classroom is a great example of the scholastic strategies that this room type has to offer. Not only does it provide synergy for other drafting rooms, but it's also a valuable source of information and knowledge. The classrooms you'll find will fall under one of 8 different grades, ranging from first to the culmination of your academic journey, grade 8. If that's how your brain works, I guess that does explain some things about the grammar and punctuation displayed in this game. However, there are rumors of an additional annex classroom at Mount Holly Elementary used solely for exams and student testing, but finding it has been near impossible as it requires drafting more than 8 classrooms. Amabel, can you imagine? Ducks! Far from the pristine white pages of academia, the mechanical world is a rugged industrial space, marked by the symbol of the gear and stained with the grime of heavy machinery. These floor plans prioritize function over aesthetics, and the design of each mechanical room reflects this focus on efficiency. These rooms serve as the command centers for estate operations, housing the control systems that keep everything running smoothly.
What I think when I think of the pump room, the boiler room, utility closet is how efficient everything is.
The boiler room is known as a power source because it provides steam power to various rooms in the house. Steam is conveyed room to room via ducts that run across the ceiling, and the power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain power ducts. So when you're in a room, look up. There might be a duct. Did you know drafting from a door that is steam-powered will increase the likelihood of drawing rooms with ducts? Oh, look at the power's actually on. That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's an interesting way for that to work. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. No time like the future. Some rooms offer long-term benefits rather than immediate resources. These floor plans, known as tomorrow rooms, are considered an investment for the future, and they offer the forward-thinking architect a number of strategies that will pay dividends down the road. Strategic planning is critical to drafting success, and knowing when to forsake the current day's progress to set yourself up for a prosperous future is a critical decision each architect will encounter. Nothing better exemplifies setting yourself up for tomorrow at the expense of today than Freezer. Not the Freezer. Freezer, like it's the room's name. But drafters who may not want to totally abandon their current day's progress will be pleased to know there are a few clever ways to manipulate frozen assets. Entering the furnace or the sauna after drafting Freezer will thaw any frozen gems or gold you're carrying, and you'll once again be able to use them. However, if you still wish your accounts to carry over to the next day, you'll have to refreeze them by entering the freezer. If the furnace is drafted within a few ranks of freezer, then the temperature will start rising and everything will melt, including your assets. If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will no longer be possible. Okay, so within a few ranks of the freezer.
Okay.
And that is commensurate with, like I did notice last time we had the furnace, that we're still getting the hot effect on the drafting panel several rooms away.
Okay.
Perplexing plans. Any architect who loves a challenge inevitably ends up drafting a few puzzle rooms. These floor plans, marked only with a single enigmatic jigsaw piece, lack accompanying text and explanations, as if to suggest that even understanding the room's function is part of the puzzle. Except that's absolutely not true with the parlor, which they've included here, which contains full instructions as to the function of the thing within. Some puzzle rooms, like the parlor and the billiard room, become increasingly difficult as you solve them, evolving over time as you progress, and I do think that's cool. The final type of room we will cover in this issue is the spread room. I think probably the biggest problem with the parlor and billiard room is that they don't get harder fast enough.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, there's so much. I have a sense that we would enjoy this game more if it was like a 4 to 6 hour game, and the need to
That's maybe a little bit fast, but I understand what you're saying.
Oh,
it's certainly it's certainly a better game if it was. It would be a better game if it were less interested in wasting your time.
Let's find out about spreading in rooms. I love.
All right. When items are spread, they are only placed in currently active rooms in the house. The number of items that are spread is determined by the number of rooms in your estate. Waiting until the house is bigger will provide larger spreads. Strategies that employ spread rooms are often centered around travel and backtracking. I mean, that's not really a strategy thing. I wanted to use this segment to thank all our readers for the wonderful mail-in feedback we've received after we sent out our very first issue of Drafting Strategy. It's incredibly rewarding to create something that is appreciated. It's even more rewarding to know that somewhere out there a young architect is reading our magazine and getting inspired to build something of his own that may one day, in turn, inspire others. When I was a child, I vividly remember the experience of reading the memoirs of the Quartz grand architect Luza T. Rayland. To say it changed me is an understatement. It had a profound effect on the way I view the world and the spaces within it. We each draft our own dreams as we each draft our own dreams as a child. Faint sketches on blurry blueprints, illegible to all, especially ourselves. And our purpose? Why, it is found hidden in the floor plans of our youth. What a curious thing to say at this moment. Gonna just take a little screenshot of that. I'm also gonna note that, you know what, that's a name. That sure is a name that we've not seen before.
Oh, we didn't try Gene Ribbon in the computer.
Nope, we sure didn't. I think it's very unlikely to do anything.
All right. Well,
I'll take your terrible shoes.
we were looking for
some reason. I'm not allowed to take that ore.
Some implements here. We were looking for.
I mean, listen. When you're young and strong, you have ambitions, and
we were looking for the missing login, and we assumed it was one of our mother's aliases.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you.
I was playing with the theory that you gave me.
Yep, I don't disagree with you. I think that's true.
Like a little. Okay.
All right, the final volume of Drafting Strategy.
The death of drafting.
The death of drafting. It's Draxus. Oh no. Amabel, he's a bone lord. Where's Ebenezer Scrooge when you need him? Every architect, the death of drafting, a fear every architect faces. Every architect has experienced it. You're drafting your house room by room and everything is going smoothly. Suddenly, you realize there's only a single path available for expansion, and it is imperative you draft a hallway, or else your design will have no hope of further development. But on the critical draw, the drafting gods offer you nothing but dead ends, rooms with no exit, and even fewer prospects. Dead ends are the death of dreams, the death of plans, and the death of expansion. In short, they are the death of your house. But are they genuinely as daunting and menacing as they appear? Perhaps beneath their morbid exterior, dead ends hold some inherent value. In this volume of drafting strategy, we will delve deeper into the world of the grave than any architect has ever dared to draft to discover once and for all if there is any life beyond the dead end. So fucking dramatic. Alright, a dead end is any room that lacks another door by which to exit. It's understandable instinct to want to avoid these rooms. Yeah, but you don't want to avoid them completely because you do want to place them because you want them out of the pool. Blah, blah, blah. Try to fill up every open slot in your house before moving north. You don't need to do it before. Hey, that's an angel name. This is like a chimney sweep angel, in my opinion. Okay. As foreboding as a black-bordered floor plan may seem, Tomb stands out as one of the most straightforward strategies centered around dead ends. This floor plan can only be drafted from the grounds and is considered one of the outer rooms. As such, it can be drafted at the very start of the day, allowing architects to know immediately whether their strategy should be focused on dead ends or not. The tomb itself is a vast crypt filled with shadowy alcoves and creepy recesses. The entire space was designed by early Arindian architects to evoke a sense of mystery and intrigue, perfect for those who are appreciative and skeptical of dead-end architecture. The 8 Ageran angels of that early era are scattered throughout the tomb's chambers. The 8 Ageran angels of that early era are scattered throughout the tomb's chambers are a memento of times past, and you will certainly be seeing a lot of them when employing a tomb-centered strategy, as you will likely be making several visits here throughout the day. A successful tomb strategy depends on 3 crucial factors: finding shops, amassing enough steps to allow for return trips to the grounds, and drafting as many dead ends as possible. This strategy is perfect for those who love risk and great rewards, except the reward is money, and you just don't need that much money most days.
Also, how do people live in houses like this? And why is it for the architects?
Sorry, I'm just making a note. 8 Ageran angels, of which we have the names of 5. Grounds for termination. Get it? Because they fired the gardener. Tomb isn't the only dead end you'll find on the grounds. There are a total of 8 outer rooms, which are rooms that are draftable outside the house. These floor plans are unique, not only in where they can be drafted, but also in the fact that they are floor plans that cannot lead to the expansion of further rooms. They are also able to be drafted at the very beginning of the day to allow architects to plan out their strategy with greater precision and purpose. Look at how they have mangled the justification on to plan out. Bizarre.
Yeah.
Like the word there isn't the next word in the. Anyway.
Yeah, the justification in some of the books have been very bad.
Yeah, and to move the word there up to that line and then fuck with the Kernighan strategy with greater seems like it would be less obtrusive. I don't know.
Yeah.
For example, on a schoolhouse day, architects will prioritize acquiring gems to pay for the extra classroom floor plans, whereas on a hovel day, they will focus entirely on getting lots of extra steps. Okay. Grounds for termination may have been a play on words for the title of this article, but it certainly wasn't a joke to the former groundskeeper Denny Ravane, who made his home while employed on the estate in this humble bedroom. Why does the... They're talking about, like, architects. They're treating this as like it's a thing that exists elsewhere. And then they're just like, here's some shit that's very specific to your household.
Is this magazine just made by someone in the household?
Yeah, this is Anne Babbage's actual job. The groundskeeper's tool shed is often a great draft choice to find items. Even better items can be found in the trading post if you have something valuable to offer. Most of the vegetables and fruits obtained from locals are preserved in this subterranean root cellar. Even further underground, provisions are stored in the estate's bomb shelter. The last outer room is a floor plan with a function that isn't as straightforward as the others. Just what is a blessing? How much gold do I need to give? How long does it last? The shrine is a space of reverence, a mystical cavern filled with the glow of candlelight, and those that show respect and pay tribute are blessed by the unseen forces that guide the world. Blessings are persistent benefits that last several days and are bestowed upon the reverent visitors who have made an offering of gold. The type and duration of blessing can differ depending on the amount of gold given, but the more gold you offer, the longer the blessing will last. So it does say there's some difference based on the amount of gold given.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we haven't seen all of these, that's for sure. For each different type of spread you do today, add an extra dish to the dining room. It's interesting. Add 8 courtyards to today's draft pool. All right, top 5 dead ends. If Toolshed is good, then Attic is really good. Even at a steep gem cost, this room cannot be passed up. It always pays for itself and more. Study is likely the most powerful room for the experienced architect who no longer has difficulty accumulating gems or solving chess portmanteaus. Okay.
Is that what that is?
No. More than any other room, Kochek allows architects to center their strategies on a specific item of their choice. The risk may scare off some, but to those who see their steps as an expendable resource, that's literally everyone, and throw caution to the wind, Hovel is an unbeatable drafting force. And finally, surprisingly, this room is actually categorized as a dead end, the secret passage, allowing architects to utilize it in both dead end and color-specific strategies. On January 20th, 1980, Taro Martiz shocked the world of architecture by drafting 19 dead ends in one day. Can you beat his record? Draft 20 or more dead ends in a single day and you could win 200 gold and the trophy of sweepstakes. I wonder if the small print is funny. We don't have a magnifying glass right now, so unfortunately we don't get to find out. As we conclude this haunting October edition of Drafting Strategy, we trust you have unearthed the darker side of architectural design and found inspiration in the morbid realm of death and dead-end rooms. From the despair of a drafted lavatory to the chilling allure of the tomb, we believe that even the most eerie aspects of our world can spark creative brilliance in the architect's mind. As you venture forth into the shadows, remember that there is a certain beauty in the unknown and the macabre. Embrace the challenge of designing spaces that both captivate and unsettle, that provoke contemplation of our own mortality and the secrets that lie beyond. The despair of a drafted lavatory. Somewhere between, yeah, the red rooms really do suck, and hey, why don't you fucking go die? The allure of the tube. I mean, that's sort of interesting, right?
Yeah.
This is going to make it really easy to draft a lot of classrooms and stuff.
Or even potentially several, I mean, it makes the mechanarium a little easier, doesn't it?
Maybe. Seems like probably.
Hard to do both in one day, though.
I'll do both in your face. How about that? Like as if it were Kung Fu.
Oh, just make sure you give me a warning so I can close my eyes.
Amabel?
Yes?
Nothing.
The thing is, I'm adorable.
I know you are.
So
I'm sitting right here adoring you I've been doing it this whole time. Amabel,
it's okay.
what about another den? Can you imagine?
I mean, sure.
Look at all the gems we're accumulating. Look at all the copies of this one gem that I'm accumulating. Okay, well.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That just puts that down. Let me put this back up for a second.
Are we gonna figure it out this time?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I grabbed all the gems first. Okay, so did the... Unfortunately, the cabinets that represent... The cabinets that are the ones that we've already been to did not stay open. So... That's not entirely ideal. Okay, this is down... So we can access that. I'm gonna try to set this up so that I can just touch all the cabinets in one swoop. Since we have access to the door over there easily. So this
one cabinet we didn't get was definitely one that has the two glass panels that
Nope, that
open.
one we want up. Okay, that's fine. What does this do? Also good? Yeah, also good. Classroom's kind of an awkward draft. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I can't. Hold on a second. What am I doing? I pulled it already. I don't want to like waste a ton of steps right here at the beginning, but I do kind of want to get this out of the way, you know?
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Okay, so the one corner... No, wait, I think we have access to every corner. Let me run around there and try it. No, that corner we don't. Well, I'm up here anyway, so... Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's curious, though. Okay, so I need one of those to swap. Wrong. That one. This one I don't want. So this one just kind of lets you fill up the pool.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we know that it's just going to be duplicates of... I definitely don't want an additional wine cellar. Okay, cool. And now that we've done that, we don't have to worry about it ever again.
Well, that's one item off the list, right?
It is one item off the list. I'm trying to just get these all into the upstate. Nope, that's bad. That's bad. I already don't remember. I just can't. I apologize. It probably seems really stupid, but I just cannot keep them straight in my head.
It doesn't seem stupid to me at all, sweetheart. And if your viewers think so, they can fuck off and give you money. If you ever say anything bad about my sweetie, you have to support her on Patreon and give her a super chat. Is that what it's called?
A super chat is one of the ways of contributing money to the channel. I don't want this either. I want everything in the upstate. Okay, so I think when we run through to the library side, this will be the last time when we get to adjust. Oh, I've drafted rooms since. Okay, and I've drafted 2 such rooms since.
But you only got 10 steps.
So I think it's just like a switch. Every time we draft one of those rooms, it sets it to yes, and then when we come in here, it gets checked. And if it's yes, we get 10 steps.
We drafted 3 of those rooms.
Yeah,
The library.
actually, that's true. You're right. You're right. Right, you are. That's not helpful. Okay, and that lets me. So now this room is just an open 4-way connector. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Didn't even eat the apple in here. I was so concerned about the other thing. Also, there's just a gem. There's just a sapphire laying on the student's desk, which is unusual in my opinion. All right, so are we just? Here's the question. Are we just taking every drafting and mechanical room that we see?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. We're going to get something going here. We're going to need so many gems. Aha! Dirt! We don't have a shovel today. But it's down there. Oh, it's down there. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, I think we're definitely just redrawing, looking for cool stuff. Ooh, tough to pass up an observatory though, huh?
Observatory might be good, yeah.
Farmer's apple will be real good today.
Yeah, this is a pretty good haul.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow.
Hmm?
Ow. Ow.
Haul.
Ow.
Haul.
I can't.
Like call? Or
I
tall?
can't with that sound.
How do you say tall?
Tall?
Yeah, you just did it. That's fine.
Okay.
You got it, baby. You're fine.
We have 18 classrooms in our mix today.
19.
19?
No, 20. Wait, 18. 19, 18. Wait. No, you're right. Oh, never mind. I'm a dummy.
Yeah, no, I know.
You were including the extra one already, and then I was like, but there's an extra one. No, mechanarium, not yet.
Not yet.
Reroll. Well, I mean, it's working.
Yeah.
Grade 5 already. Yeah, getting apples are extra delicious on a class day really does, like, it does some work. It does some things for you. Okay, this is not a great passageway. I mean, all we really need here is a classroom that's just pointed in the correct direction.
Right, and we're likely to get one, I would think.
Ooh. Or what if we took a second observatory?
Gives us some gems, doesn't it? There are gems in that, right?
Well, it's going to give us another star too, so it'll be a different.
Oh, okay, right.
But I think I'm into that.
Then?
Yeah, I think I'm into that.
Okay.
And it's facing the correct direction. Oh. This is something new for 50. You may spend stars to draw new floor plans. The inkwell. Interesting. New bonus for 50 stars.
I mean, classrooms.
Yeah, that classroom's pointed there. We still have the door off the den to fill in that corner potentially. So
Yeah.
we're gonna need to get some gems though real soon. All right, grade 6. How far have we seen into the sequence? Do you remember?
I think 6 is the farthest I remember.
So if we're not, like, what am I looking for?
I mean, classroom kills us. We definitely need something that goes through.
Yeah. But in particular, I'd like something that goes through and also gems in some way, like...
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of... We have 57 redraws.
Yeah, I don't really want to spend our stars if we don't have to.
I mean, workshop gets us through, and it's a...
Workshop gets us through and does something, and is make... Yeah, I like that. I do like that.
I know it's not gems, but...
And that's a useful item, not for getting gems, but... So wait, if we got all of the... It's interesting that there's some items that don't even appear at the workshop table.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also some items that do appear at the workshop table but aren't used in any contraption.
Yeah.
Like, why are the words
Yeah.
why are the
like that?
wrench and the running shoes treated differently when they're both things that appear in zero contraptions? I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the classroom here. We're gonna have a good healthy redraw off of this, and we're gonna try to find some gems. No, we've seen this. This is important.
Seen this, yeah.
Okay. This was a critical one because it actually taught us a thing in time. I instinctively hit E, even though we don't have a thing. This is a redraw.
Yeah.
Boy, commissary facing the other direction would be a slam dunk.
We don't have gems.
Yeah, that's true.
Boudoir, is that facing the wrong direction?
It's facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Archives is pretty bad. Corridor is pretty bad. Conference room's like okay. We can do better than okay. Probably. When you enter the vestibule... Oh, we can't vestibule. Putting down the throne room... It's like, alright.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, alright. There's never been anything on these little tables, but I'm always going to look.
Yeah, there might be someday.
I will say I kind of appreciate the throne room putting a lever for that door inside the house proper.
Especially since the throne room doesn't cost 5 gems and is common now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I do only like it because we cheated. I think I am going to spend a star.
Yep.
I don't love it, but oof. Always not bad, I guess, but it's not solving any of our problems. We need a, what do you call it?
What gives us gems? Parlor?
Yeah, parlor. There we go. Need a parlor.
I think we just need a pull for a parlor then.
All right.
Ah, there we go.
Look at that. It's aligned correctly and everything.
This is very important.
Fairly,
Solve the puzzle
it's
correctly.
fairly important we get this right. Yeah. It's like a pretty big deal. All right. There are words on the box with the gems. Yeah, I bet. This box does not contain them, however. The gems are in a box with the shortest word, and A is the shortest word on a box. The gems are in a box with the longest word, and the longest is the longest word on a box. So, the word shortest is longer than the word longest. So this is a false statement.
Okay.
A is a shortest word. A is the shortest word on a box is a true statement. And there are words on the box with the gems is a true statement. So since these two boxes both have true statements on them, this has to be the one all false box. Right?
Okay.
So the gems are not then in a box with the longest word, which means they're not in the white box. They could still be in the black box or the blue box. But we know this box is entirely false. The gems are in a box. Hold on. The gems are in a box with the shortest word. So this box doesn't have the shortest word on it.
Right.
So if this turns out to be a false statement, there is still a place for the gems. If this box is entirely true, then they could be in the blue box or the black box still. No, actually, they would have to be in the blue box. Yeah, if this box is entirely true, they're in the blue box. If this box is entirely true, then they're in the blue box, right?
Yeah.
Because the blue box rules out the white box.
They're in the blue box.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah, sorry if it seemed like I was taking it a little bit slow there.
I mean, it actually was incredibly important to get that right.
Yeah, yeah, it mattered.
Run,
it mattered that day for sure.
Classroom. That's classroom 8.
Hard not to take the classroom. This is a new room. Amabel.
Yeah.
They took the drawers out of the teacher's desk this year. That's weird. An Arajan worksheet. Early Arajan did not use any verbs. So today, the rare usage of verbs are comprised almost entirely of loanwords and are mainly used to describe physical actions. So today, the rare usage of verbs are composed, boy, just like have somebody who speaks English look over your fucking text, you know? There's not even that much of, okay, what's up?
There is no fucking language that doesn't use any verbs. That's just not how any human. That's just wrong.
Well, presumably, I believe English is this developer's first language, and you see how his grasp of that is. So it's possible he just doesn't know a lot about language. But okay, so this is interesting.
Also, this implies it's a Indo-European language.
Holy hell!
Like
It absolutely doesn't.
Has similarities. I'm sorry, Trey, Yate.
Yeah, the word There is no Indo or Europe.
Okay, that's fair.
So hold on, I'm just typing some things in. I'm just making some notes in my notebook. This is something we're gonna have to probably worry about over a longer period of time, but I'm gonna just make some notes real quick. So, like, this suggests that the castle acrostic is just in Erajan. I thought it was coded. Yeah. But that's interesting. Prefix pairings. When paired with a verb could mean I will or I won't, similar to ul or lu. That's L. Wait. Also that mark is le meaning someone else, I guess? Just looking at this and the words we have, the letters we have in the acrostic, I'm not really making much sense out of it yet. But this is, I'm sure, a really, really important start. Let's look at some of this stuff. So that's a 4 out of 6. I mean, it's still pretty good.
3 in my trunk.
3 in my trunk. Ooh, 5 out of 6. So this one's almost correct. That's going to make this a little easier to track down. And like I said, we're not going to try to work this all out now, but I am taking copious screenshots, as you can tell here. And we will track some of this down later. So that means that if we get the chance to draw another classroom, it will be the exam room.
Right.
And I have 11 redraws. We got it, right?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 8 years certainly flew by. We have 78 steps, Amabel. Final exam. Please take a seat. Well, how hard do you think this is going to be? Do you think we're going to have all the information we need? Your exam has begun. You will now have 30 minutes to okay, it's actually ticking. To complete the next 18 pages of questions related to the curriculum covered over the previous 8 grades. If you do not know the answer to a question, skip it and come back later. This is an open book exam. You may use your notes and may retrieve information from other rooms to help you as long as you complete the test within 30 minutes. After you have completed your exam, it will be graded remotely and results will be sent to you the following day. Fuck you. What if I had a baby? Right? What if something spilled? What?
Yeah.
Pausing needs to pause stuff. Grow the fuck up. Like,
this is something people have talked about online, is that there's no way to pause and save your game. There's no
game made by a 20-year-old who has no responsibilities. All right. Sam left his house at 6 a.m. and drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags. He then turned north at Tanner Fork, drove 2 hours north and passed 4 flags of the same color before arriving at Trinsdale at noon. What color were the flags? So Trinsdale is Trinsdale's on one of my maps. Let me grab my screenshot folder. I wish I could easily make this more visible for y'all, but the fucking clock's ticking. Okay, let's see here. So we have a map of Reddington that's included at the end of the Reddington book.
Mm-hmm.
Or we have a map of the area around, you know. Ugh, sorry. It turns out I have 140 uncategorized screenshots. I wonder if there's any benefit to this aside from the trophy. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know. It turns out this was beyond the 8th door. The 8th classroom door is this room. This is the sanctum key.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, that could be what that could be how that
I
works.
hope not. That's.
So, turned north at Tanner Fork. Tanner Fork is a subway station. Underneath here, they're red, right? They're red flags. I think.
Okay.
In the scenario above, where does Sam live? Where he turned north at Tanner Fork and arrived at Trinsdale. So the map has Trinsdale Lake on it, but not actually Trinsdale itself. There's Tanner Fork. Okay. So turned north at Tanner Fork, so he lives east of Reddington. It's not Oris. It's not Araja. I don't know. Hallways are orange. Which of the following would be the least patriotic room pairing? This is going to be a black room in the red place or a red room in the black place, right? And none of these are black rooms?
Right.
What color is the fruit that gives you +3 steps when consumed? This is kind of interesting. It's yellow, right? It's the banana. It's weird that they put red or green and only green. Okay, the math I'm good at. +5 minus 5 times 2 is 0. +5 minus time. Okay, it's also. Oh no, wait. That's the yeah. Sorry. +5 times 2 is 10. +2 times 2 is 24. 5 minus 2 is 3, times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, minus 5 is 11. 10 times 4 is 40, divided by 5 is 8, minus 4 is 4. 1 minus 4 is -3, times 2 is -6, plus 7 is 1. 3 subtract 4 is -1, times 8 is -8, divide by 2 is -4, plus 5 is 1. Which element on the periodic table is represented by the symbol C? Hey, this is real life. Which element appears directly in the periodic table below helium? Jesus. Amabel, what's below helium?
Periodic table elements, let me look it up.
Which of the following is not a real...
Helium is He, so that'd be Ne, neon.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Which of the following is not a real element found on the periodic table? MT, HO, LL, or Y? Is yttrium? Yttrium's just Y, right?
Yes, and MT is on there.
Yeah.
Is HO and LL are the other ones we're looking for?
It's LL, right?
Okay.
I don't think there's an LL.
I think so. I'm looking for HO.
Yeah.
Yeah, HO is there, so LL is the one. Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's hard to imagine what LL would be. Which element on the periodic table is represented by the symbol AG? AG is... Argon is AR, right?
Argon is AR. I'm looking for AG.
Oxygen is O. Silver is...
AG is silver.
Silver's AG, yeah.
Right, no, I should have got that.
Yeah. Which element could not be used in the spelling of the word clues? So carbon is C, chlorine is CL, right? Not CH.
Is CL, yes.
Yeah. Radon. I don't know what the chemical symbol for radon is off the top of my head.
RN.
Okay, well, that would seem to be the one then. How many elements are on the top row of the periodic table?
2.
Is it? Yeah, it's 2, right? I was gonna say the two
hydrogen
corners
and
are on the
helium.
same row.
Yeah, why is it like that? You can tell me later, but like
There are good reasons. I don't know them off the top of my head. If I tell you, that it'll be because I looked it up. So, listen, I'm not a hard science. I'm a computer science person, not a physical sciences person. The city of Fen is south of which small body of water? It's a solid question. 100 Bells is directly south of Trinsdale Lake. The maps we don't. Yeah, the in-world stuff is like I still haven't done all of the schoolwork.
yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting them to give us a real-time timed exam because fuck them. So hold on, let's maybe jump these for the moment. Which of the following realms is not near Fen Ares? We do have Fen Ares is. Hold on, I have maps for this part. The world maps I have pictures of. The ones that are in those classrooms. Although we could also just
is the name of a realm.
It is.
It is?
It is. I remember seeing it on the map. I know that seems insane, but
That's some real Phantom Toll shit, yeah.
okay, so Arinda Ares. How is this my only screenshot of this map? What did I do? Why am I like this? I took a screenshot of the map with the magnifying glass obscuring critical. Yeah. The thing about my screenshots is I don't have nearly enough of them. All right. Well, you know what? This is a problem we can just go look. And it's not like we don't have steps, right?
Yeah, geography is
year 3 or
classroom
something.
2. Yeah.
And take some better screenshots this time, you filthy animal. What was on the slides? Oh, it was the story about the war.
History shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Grade 4. Okay. Yeah, see, there's nuance.
Arinda Ares is what Fen Ares is, right?
Yeah, I think so. Alright. Took better screenshots. We all got to see the maps. I agree with you that nuance seems like another country, but maybe that's just because we're Americans. Ah. Right? That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I can't see your face right now because I put documents over it, so. Okay, which of the following realms is not near Arinda Ares or near Fen Ares? Well, it's nuance, right? I've already forgotten.
Do we have a picture you just took?
Yep, I do have the picture I just took. Yeah, no, nuance, Iraja, and Arch Ares are all near it. Kararika is on the other side of the world. Yeah. Those maps don't really have cities on them.
Mm-hmm. No, I think we learned that reading about the history of Reddington.
I'm just guessing here. City of Fen is somewhere else. Okay. Which sigil denotes the realm of Arch Ares? Arch Ares is... no, that's Fen Ares.
It's the mountain.
It's the mountain?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking back because I knew we have it. Which realm is directly north of Eraja? Why, that's Fen Ares. Click, click. Where are you right now as you take this exam? Mount Holly, Reddington, Fen Ares. Which two pieces of art would best be paired to depict the letter B? Bale and ale is not bad. Yeah, bale and ale. Which of the following pieces of art was not displayed in the grade 5 classroom? Well, come on now.
There was a flan.
There was a flan. Right. Yeah.
There was a bride. There was a pry bar.
There was a pry. Which of the following pieces of art is not displayed in Mount Holly's entrance hall? Face and Ace definitely are. Trinsdale must be, because Realize is elsewhere. We know where Realize is.
Yeah.
Can you find the difference? Yeah. Hold on. So this is Orinda, and this is Orindia. The difference is an I.
Right.
Who was first crowned ruler of Fen Ares? You know what I didn't do was take a picture of every boring page of the history book.
Was it General Teskin? Because it wasn't Decius the Third.
And it wasn't Prince Learson. Prince Learson is later, right?
Yeah. It's going to be General Teskin.
Let's hope so. In which era were the railways of Fen Ares destroyed?
They were built in the Third Era, weren't they?
I think you're right. I'm going to say 6th.
Yeah.
How long did the War of the Fifth Era last? The Fifth Era. I'm sure we were told this. I kind of can't bring myself to care, you know? What was the first capital of Fen Ares? So, the Grand City of Fen is certainly a thing that was fought over.
Was it Oris?
I think so. Which realm gifted Fen Ares a dirigible to headway their victory parade at the conclusion of the war? Oh, this is probably in those slides, huh?
Oh, yeah. They're not far.
Yeah. The deciding battle of the War of the Fifth Era was fought near what famous landmark? All right, and then the next page is math. Okay, so we're looking for a dirigible and a landmark at the deciding battle.
I thought it wasn't far.
It's not. Alright, so this is after the battle. After the battle. Destruction of the railroads. Dirigible's green. That didn't look like a landmark of any kind, really.
It might have been in that history book then.
Just like some streets.
I'm not sure which one is green. Unfortunately.
Yeah, we didn't, like I said, we didn't finish this is the information we didn't finish collating because I didn't realize that we were going to be tested today. It's fine. We can work this out. So remember I told you to write down that a shape was green? Because I pointed out to you that a shape was green and you didn't do it. You weren't interested in that. So I said, hey, you should write that down. You did write that down, right?
Diamonds is green.
Diamonds is green? Okay, so which
Well, that I don't know. Which one is
realm
diamond?
is diamond is the question.
Okay, well, it's not Arinda Aries. It's not Fen. It's not
Araja, it's not Kararaka, it's not Archaries.
Yeah, that would have to be nuance then.
Green looks like that. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like nuance. Okay. The Royal Museum, Angel Tower, Colossus Arinda, Mount Holly. Well, so I don't think there was a mountain in the picture. I don't think there was a Colossus of any kind. Not really a tower either. I guess maybe there's supposed to be a museum.
Try the museum, yeah.
Maybe. All right, solve the following problems. Square 6. Okay, so this is the square of -3, which is 9, minus 3, which is 6. This is swap the digits on 21. This is 11 divided by 3 rounded to the ones digit. 11 divided by 3 is 3 2/3, so that's going to be a 4.
When you square a negative number, it becomes positive?
Yeah. To square something is to multiply it by itself.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just enumerate as
Yeah.
you go. So
Yeah. Do you not know that if you multiply 2 negative numbers together, they become positive?
I mean, I know that now. I don't understand it, but
if you multiply a negative number by a positive number, the result is negative. And if you multiply a negative number by a negative number, it flips the sign again.
Okay.
Okay, so 4 squared is 16, plus 5 is 21, times 2 is 42, minus 1 is 40, and then this is flip the digits. So I did something wrong here somewhere.
Okay, so
the answer
4
should be...
squared is 16.
Yeah, plus 5 is 21.
21.
42. Oh, minus 1 is 41, not minus... Somehow I had a 40 here. So it's 14 is the answer. It's just going too fast. I'm trying to go too fast. Okay, so 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, times 3 is 7.5. Rounded to the tens digit is 10. Minus 1 is 9. Times 6 is 54. Plus 100, rounded to the hundreds digit is 200. 154.
I like how colorblind friendly this is.
Yeah. I mean, they might have... It might be. You know, colorblind people can still read differences in hue or saturation. There are colors that are colorblind safe, in that colorblind people can still tell that they're different.
Yeah, depending on the kind of color blindness. Yeah.
Okay. What is the origin word for house? Well, I just took a bunch of screenshots.
It's hue.
It is hue. Let me open up my origin screenshots here, though, real quick, since apparently we're gonna need them. But yeah, you got a better memory than I do. What does nevyet mean in origin? Well, nev means night, I believe. No, never mind me. I'm a big idiot. Nev means new or the start of. And yet means gate, so it's new gate.
Yeah.
The word travail can be translated in several different ways. Which of the following is not an acceptable interpretation of this phrase? Well, the funny thing about that is, Ven Treven, I'm told, is an acceptable translation of the branches of the tree are old. So, Treven, along with the affix pairings, LE means lack of myself, and Ven is like old or end of.
Then I am not the old tree, and the old tree is not owned by me or fine. Is it C?
Treven. I cannot see the tree trunk. world and of lack of myself.
The event is old. There's only one that doesn't have old, and I cannot.
Yeah. I'm following you. I'm just double checking. I think that this language seems useless in actual, like, day-to-day expression.
Yeah.
How would you say the following phrase in Arajan? How do you think that's a comma? Jesus Christ. You have a very, very long name. Well, name...
Word is lore. Jor is name, right?
Jor is... I think so. Jor is name, yes.
Well, it's going to have to be...
Only one of them has Jor in it. How would you tell in Arajan, count me out?
El Convo.
So let's see here. The word for night is nigh, and the phrase "I won't read at night" might translate read lenai, because right, the verb is a loan word. So this is the le as a negation of.
Yeah, no.
Ellie as a lack of myself, when paired with a verb, can mean I will or I won't. I'm wondering if it is. I wonder if it is acceptable to just say le.
I think it's El Convo.
You think it's El Convo?
Because El means me.
Yeah.
Right.
Count
is a loan word because they don't have verbs.
Sure.
And then vo
is a way. I think this is like a literal translate. This is one of those things where you would be like, if you translated a Japanese text box to English in a JRPG and you got some absolute gibberish, you'd be like, oh, they just translated each thing literally. It's got to have according to the original on the worksheets that was marked correct by the teachers.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to have an LE in it.
Okay.
Because again, I won't read at night is marked as read night on two different students' worksheets.
And those are correct, we think?
One of them is a 5 of 6 and the other one's a 4 of 6. Where do they disagree? They disagree quite a lot. So I'm inclined to believe that this is something that's marked right on both of their sheets.
Okay.
But I'm trying to make sense of C here. Is leave is the LE here leave? Is it just the English word leave?
Yeah.
Because I don't see anything that would. I don't see a lu either, though, frankly. Similar to ul or lu means I will or I won't. So lu means I won't.
What are you leaning towards, sweetie?
It is tricky that they've chosen a colloquialism that means something completely metaphorical.
Yeah.
Because you're right that like B is a more correct literal translation of the words, but it wouldn't mean the thing that count me out means. But I don't think I think D is the thing that means the closest to what count me out means.
Why don't we go with D then?
So, well, no, but I think you're probably right because I don't have a lot of respect for the language processing capabilities of the
Okay.
developer. All right, using the provided Arajan terms for cardinal directions above, what would be the clearest way? Are we? This is the last page. No, this is okay. What would be the clearest way you could give directions to someone at point A to get them to point B? In at is seems pretty right. Turn right at the tree, turn south at the tree.
Oh.
Trevo
Yeah.
away from the tree. Trevo. I'm gonna just hit C because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
All right, in ancient Arindia, the number 8 was considered by Aegeran scholars to be mathematically near perfect, though many in the secular sphere held that only this advanced form of 8 was worthy of numerical perfection. So, this advanced form of 8.
I
Ancient
don't think it's
Arindia,
surrounding.
the number 8. What would they want to do to it? What makes a number more perfect? This advanced form of 8. Jesus Christ.
I'm just
So
guessing
this is just
B for, like,
this
the
is
way
just
it
the
looks.
number 100. I guess it's like I don't know what the order is when it's symbols inside of each other, which is problematic. So this would be one of these is 100 and the other one is 0. 8. This is just 8 squared. The circle around it doesn't do anything, right? By itself.
Are there 2 squares there?
No? Oh yeah, there are. Yeah, there are. So yeah, it's 64 and then 64 squared, which for some reason I'm blanking on. But it is a number. This would be 46. I don't
Guess A?
know. I guess A. We'll find out tomorrow if that was good or not. Was the achievement the trophies for getting everything right or just passing? I assume it's for getting everything right.
Yeah, but we won't find out tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I think there's no chance we got everything right. There was too much guessing there. Look at all these pencils.
What happens when we classroom?
Yeah, I'm actually quite curious. Well, I don't think we should do it though because I do believe it ends the run. Well, it doesn't like end the run immediately, but you know what I mean. It curls us into this hallway. Well, I guess there's that room off the foundation that still gives us access to the east part of the
Do
house.
whatever you like, sweetheart.
We'll need to find a key somewhere though. I am going to take it. I'm curious. Is it just a first grade room again? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then this will probably be locked. Yeah. Okay, well, now we know how that works, and we learned a lot of things. That Arajan text, I'm sure, is going to be important.
Great.
What do you mean, great?
The language with no verbs is the most I can't.
It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be a. It doesn't need to be a language. It needs to be an element in puzzles.
As a bad element.
And I'm confident that it will be an element in puzzles. All right. So unfortunately, this room off of the foundation is also locked, right? That's why I didn't open it in the first place. Yes. But we do have we do have a doorway left down here. Coming off of the side of the den, that one den. We just have to get a key.
How much did you enjoy taking the time test?
I
Was,
think
was it
it's
everything you wanted?
pretty bad. I think it's a pretty bad game element. Well, I think it's probably commissary. There's a good chance there'll be keys for sale
Right.
in the commissary. Oh, I don't have any gems. Well, we can take the armory and
Okay. Hope.
still have another door. Yeah, pretty much
Okay.
hope. Pretty much that's hope. Okay, I was gonna say if the axe is here, then we at the very least we can axe something. Do we want to redraw?
Yeah, because the 49 star is fucking terrific. So we get that back next time we take the observatory.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd love to see a break room. How many times are we willing to redraw to see one?
You.
Parlor. I think we can afford a couple. Like, boy. Maybe we just take the closet, and if it's
Yeah. As bad if it's a key. Hey, it's a key and a gem.
it's the key. I think I am gonna buy this axe. And let's remove the gem cost from a room in the directory, shall we?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm gonna have
The
two suggestions.
throne room is, I think, an obvious pull. Yeah,
We've
or
already
not
done the
not throne room, the trophy room.
Okay, trophy room could be it. Do you feel like we're done looking at classrooms?
Probably.
Okay. Does the mechanarium have a gem cost?
Wait, where's the mechanarium? Here it is. It does not.
Okay, well never mind then.
Yeah, I don't know. I
You
mean,
want
like
trophy room
the cloister would be an interesting one, I suppose. Yeah, it's like the thing about the trophy room is we don't see it all that often, and it's not a room that we are desperate to get into.
Does the pool room have a gem cost?
No,
Okay. Well, I don't know then.
cloister has 3. That's like
Okay,
a pretty
let's
good
do the
room.
cloister.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just.
It'd be helpful to just show the gem cost on the screen.
Agreed.
Blueprint.
Blueprints. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I am seriously considering like the commissary. Actually, I
Okay.
know it's a one
Yeah.
cost room, but like the commissary can save your run in so many ways, and sometimes the way you need to save your run is for you to be able to buy a gem there. I know it's not like a big change, but I think it would actually matter.
Yeah.
I hope that isn't like a silly thing to do, but it just
Oh,
seems
that
to
makes
me.
sense.
Okay. And now we can open up that door off the foundation, which I like better than going the other way. Oh, also there's these here, but we don't have a hammer. I thought I had a hammer.
Don't use your key on that.
Oh wait, it wasn't the. Yeah.
Okay. Well, while you're grabbing that, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
So
Leave me alone with the viewers.
don't say anything mean.
These feral beasts. All right, at the very least, I reckon we're going to get back enough money that it'll make sense to draft a commissary again. Yeah, okay, and 4 gems. I mean, I don't necessarily think that the idea of the test is a bad one, although I do think that you would have to be sort of a crazy person to go through schooling and testing and be like, at the end of that, yeah, timed tests are a thing I should inflict on others. Like, there's a little bit of sociopathy in that, I think. But I also just don't think the probably reading nook's okay here. We're not going to take library, obviously. Or I could redraw looking for East Wing Hall or something like that. You know what? Maybe that's reasonable. The commissary, I would rather it face the other direction. I probably should have considered the chapel more seriously. Do I want to just take break room? As things stand right now, it's not actually impossible for us to 45, but what we take from this room will determine whether or not we can.
I returned.
Welcome back. What I was just about to say to the viewers, and then I got distracted talking about drafting, was even when we're talking about a fake history, I just think a timed test in which you regurgitate long strings of historical facts is such an obviously stupid and useless thing.
Yeah.
That anybody who went through schooling and then is like, yeah, I'll put that in my video game, is either dumb or cruel in a way that I find really frustrating to deal with. I'm debating whether I want to only accept an up and down room.
I guess
here.
we're not getting this guy's Patreon money.
Dining room is actually very good. Dining room is really, really good find. Sweetie.
Yeah.
You doing okay? Oh, right. It's the lunchbox is made of metal.
Oh, that's cute. I'm doing okay. My throat's a little sore, and the recording's gone on a little longer than we were anticipating.
Yeah.
Because they threw a fucking time test in the middle of their game.
Borderline unconscionable, really. Let's corridor, because at the moment it's still possible for us to 45 the house.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a key in here. Okay. I don't think this is a bad commissary.
Yeah.
It's not a bad utility closet either, though.
Yeah, and how are we doing on the mechanical rooms?
Not super well. We have one. But, yeah, I do think this is reasonable. And turning off the keycard entry system could do some good for us, maybe? We'll see. If only it didn't kill us, because I would love the keys. But we kind of gotta do better than that. Okay, conference room gets us through.
Okay.
Thanks for the steps. Well, there it is. We needed there not to be a locked door until we got a key. Blueprints.
Can we? Excuse me. So this is the run, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could we try plugging in that alias into the computer
Sure.
before we wrap it up for the day? How do you feel today went?
Uh,
You did see all the classrooms.
we did see all the classrooms. We got language primer stuff. I'm always into a new grammar, even if it's not functional as a spoken language for expressing human thought. So I'm excited to get to like try to use that in various ways. All right. Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you for checking. I know we had tried that before. Is it the first 4 or first 5 letters typically?
It's the first 4 of the last name, and then the first initial of the first name.
Have we tried Jones M? Is she married? Okay. Okay.
Her dad's name is Daniel. Okay. All right. Yep. No idea. Still nothing. We didn't end up pulling a break room or anything. There's no place in particular that we would want to go to sleep. So I think that's it. I think that's call it a day right there.
Yep. And when you come back next time, viewers, we'll find out how we did on our test.
It's not going to be very good. I'll tell you that.
Excuse me. Sorry about
Mount
that.
Holly, the academic castle. 10 classrooms and a library and a dormitory makes it academic. I mean, I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sanctum key for passing and a trophy for acing.
That's unless it's the mechanarium thing.
Well, I'm just saying. We don't know. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, stuff is happening. And we'll see you then.